Okay. Um, hey, everybody. This is one of my new buddies, my first Sphinx. Um, she's made from black obsidian. Got her at the Yuli. For those of you that don't know, the Yuli stands for Universal Light Expo, but nowadays they call it Mind, Body, and Spirit. And they're only here 2 days. This year they were at the Kasich building across from the Ohio Street, the main area where they do the rides and stuff. I'm trying to talk kind of low because Chris is trying to set up a phone for a friend in the other room. Some of my other new pieces I got. This is some type of a peacock stone that came in something in the mail. So that wasn't Yuli. This is another one that came with the peacock. So that's not Yuli. This is from the Yuli. It's a clear quartz. This is from the Yuli. It's either clear quartz or rose quartz. It's Mal. And this is lapidolite, owl. Got a crystal ball deck. It's only like 13 cards. Real easy. Something you can carry in a pocket. I got a seraphonite stone. Just finally started wearing my fairy. Got a black agate also in the mail. Got my Capricorn and my Yeffy, which is my good luck charm. My leprechaun. Got my Tree of Life chakra heart, Tree of Life earrings. Got a new Tree of Life, or not Tree of Life, but new chakra ring on my pinky here. I got that from the Yuli. Black agate got in the mail. Capricorn I've had a while. Yeffy I've had a while. Uriel. Got me a pretty blue sandstone. That was from the mail. This was from the mail. It was, I forget the name of the stone or what it does. This was from the Yuli. This is one of each color of the tiger's eye stones. So that's good because that means you have communication. You have whatever the red one does, which I forget because it's been a while since I've read up on my crystallology. But, I'm trying to talk low, so I apologize for not sounding, if I don't sound real good, it's because I'm trying not to interfere with what he's trying to do in there. It was fun. We stayed for the whole thing. We stayed until 7 yesterday. This is a 7 archangels incense. There's incense for each day, so there's an archangel for each day. Today was Michael, which was Sunday. Tomorrow is one called Jophiel, which is Monday. And you only get 5 sticks of each. So I only burn 1 a day. And so I'm only going to be able to do 1 a week. So that'll last me a couple weeks at least. Before I can get some more in the mail, that'll give me a chance to hopefully get my check at the end of the month. It was a good time. It was a nice, relaxed environment. So I felt like we deserved it because there's a lot of stress going on in our lives right now. And it's the closest thing to any kind of peace we're ever going to have. And I also got me some belly belts. Right here, you can probably hardly see them, but they're for like weight loss and stuff. They're beads. I love them both. Always wanted to get a couple, but I've been afraid because of my weight. But the lady that had the booth said these won't break. She said, I know how to do them. I was like, okay. So Maria got me both of these. And she got herself 2 as well. She got a black and then a blue and gold. She helped me get some pagan mix. So that was a big help because it really does bring down a lot of stress levels. And this is actually a new batch. It's lavender sage and catnip. Just a tiny little pinch of each. It's calming, soothing, all natural because, when it comes to stuff like that, you've got to do it in small amounts. I don't know how much is good, but I just did like a tiny little pinch like that of each one. Put it in the bowl, and it's helping to keep me calm, keep me positive. I've been listening to positive meditative music all day, and I've got a crap ton of magic that I'm going to be doing that's probably going to take me several days at least to get them all done. Hit it lightly. Try not to take it into your lungs. Not that it would hurt. Is that you? Huh?
Just testing.
Bitch. I'm kidding, dear. Remember, you made me the weirdo monster I am. He was testing Maria's phone. He's trying to get our friend Maria's phone locked, not unlocked, but activated. Sounds like they finally got it going, so that's good.
Okay.
Took a few tries.
No, that was.
So, Brooke, hon, I'm sorry I didn't tell you about this one, but it's getting kind of late up there where you're at, so I didn't want you to feel pressured to watch it. But whenever I'm done with it, I will let you know, that it's on here, that it's just, I'm wiped. Like I said, yesterday was fun, and this is a public one, by the way. So, and somehow now I have 17 followers, and I'm like, huh? Okay. No idea how or why, but and hopefully made a new friend. There was a lady that had one of the booths at the Yulee yesterday. I'll only give her the first name. Her name's Carmen. And she finally, because I asked her, I said, would you feel comfortable exchanging numbers? Because she recognized me and Maria because we've come to so many of those. And she's been there. And I was like, oh, yeah, hi. So, we got to talk, and that's where I got my chakra ring. She does have a website. If you want to support her and go and order off of her website, I will definitely do that for her, since I wasn't able to really buy that much, at her booth this time because I just didn't have the money. Maria, she bought most of the stuff because I had, like very little that I could, safely spend. Okay. Her website, let me put my eyeballs on so I don't say this incorrectly. And Brooke, I'm not saying this to lose you customers, hun, but trying to help Carmen out here a little bit too. She's got a metaphysical and crystal shop called Sentient, Sentient. It has the Flower of Life, I'm guessing, on the website because the Flower of Life's on this card. Her website is sentientcrystalshop.com, and she also has at Sentient Metaphysical FB and Instagram. So if you want to check her out, that's how you find her. Give her some love, buy some of her stuff. She's got really great stuff. And just to kind of make up for the fact that I didn't have a whole lot to spend there, but, I don't know how well they did there today, and they're going to be closing in about 25 minutes because they only do the second day. They close an hour earlier than the first day. And then they'll be off to home or wherever that is and until November. And then in November, there's going to be another big Yulee. It'll always be the Universal Light Expo to me, but now you have to look it up under Mind, Body, and Spirit Expo or something or another, because that's what it's known as now. So the November one does have volunteers. You can volunteer. You get a hold of them, contact them, look up their website. I'm sure they have one. and say, I'd like to be a volunteer. And if you volunteer for both days, and as long as you're there for both days, you get in for free. At least that's the way they used to do it. I asked them at this one if they still did volunteers, and she said, we don't do them at this one, but we allow that at the November one. So there you go. It's a fun experience. Ask them, if that still means that, the person gets in for free, just to clarify, because this has been a lot of years ago. Like the last time I worked one was, oh Lord, do I even know what year? Oh, no, I don't. It's been several years, and it was the Vets Memorial that is no longer there. That's a museum now. It was there to give you an idea how long ago. So they obviously have probably changed policies, changed the way they do things. But if you want the experience and you want to make sure that they don't require you to pay, but the way they used to do it, and I'm hoping this is still the issue, is if you volunteer both days, you get in free. And you can also volunteer for just one of the days. You pick the shift and you show up for that day, you get in free. But the way they do it now is you pay one price, you get in both, it counts for both days. Now, I don't know, again, I can't say for sure if that's how they do the November one. But you want to find out about the November one, look up the Cincinnati one in November, because it's going to be the 18th and 19th of this year. Sorry. And that's 2 months away. So, better to know now, so you can figure out, okay, what's their policy? How does the volunteer thing work? How much does it cost to get in? Stuff like that. Excuse me. And if they hold to tradition like they did, if you work one or both days, you get in free, period. So that saves you $14. I don't know what they charge at the one in November at the Cincinnati one, because here all I can tell you is the Ohio State Fair one was $14 a person, but that was for both days. So good luck with that. I hope a lot of you will give it a shot. It's a lot of fun. It's an interesting way to meet some people, because people come from all over. But I will warn you, the one in Cincinnati is big. Holy mother of wow is big. There's so many rooms, I lost count, to be honest. When we got off the floor and we went into the first of the rooms, me and Maria looked at each other and went, oh, wow, where do we even start? So we just started with the first room and worked our way through. And man, I'm telling you, that was something. I've never seen one that's had so many rooms like that. I was like, dang. But I also wanted to, say hi to everybody again and see how everybody was doing, and say thank you for my new subscribers. I greatly appreciate it. At least I know there's a handful of us out there that appreciate my randomness, because I'm not out to compete with anybody. I'm just trying to reach out to others that maybe feel lost, or like people, if there's one person in this universe that understands me, all I can do is share my experiences and hope that it somehow helps others. If it does, great. I'm also an astrologist, parapsychologist. I have a diploma from Stratford Career Institute. You can look up Stratford. They're for real. I don't think you'd be able to find my name and proof that I have the diploma, but it's hanging on my wall. So it's the only course so far through Stratford that I have completed and actually paid my course all the way through, and I aced it. I was getting an 80% grade point average, and you only need, if you drop below 70, I think it is, or something like that, or 70 and below, it's failing. So you do a makeup test, and then once you get graded on that, then that usually gives you enough of a percentage back that you gain back that they'll consider it passing. They send all your materials to you. If you get in on, during the right time, you can get serious discounted course, like a course that maybe would normally cost $500 or $600, you can get for $400 and something. Let's face it, it's all about savings now, right? Every place in the world that we can save and help each other save, then we should, because inflation is here again, destroying everybody once again and making everybody's life rough. So we got to help each other out, and it also helps pay forward. Be thankful for every blessing every day, because we don't know how many more days we have before we're just suddenly, everybody's gone and the world's no more. And, on we go to the next evolution or whatever. But it was nice. You know, it was a nice day away, and it was at the fairgrounds, which I could not believe this, but it's literally only like 13 minutes from our place, and I'm like, what? And I kind of took the long way to get us back home, but once the GPS got us out on Summit Street, I knew exactly where we were, and I'm like, I don't need the GPS. I'll just take Summit straight down to Broad, take Broad straight home. Boom, we're there, you know? So that's what we did. I would love to work that thing. I would love to have my own booth there, but I maybe I'll look into that just for fun, you know, because I do have some pieces. I don't know if anybody would like them, but it would be fun to see, just to see if there is enough of a versatility in the world, because that's one thing that I haven't tried, and I've always wanted to work, like literally have my own booth. See how much it costs for booth rental for both days, decide what fare I'm going to try to do, and start trying to save back the money for it, you know, a little bit every month until I save back what I'm going to need, because I'm going to have to get a hotel. So I'm going to have to figure that into it. You know, most likely Maria's going to want to go with me, which is fine. You know, if she can, great. If she can't, that's okay too, you know. But maybe my friend Christy, she'll be able to go, you know. If not, I have no problem doing it by myself. That'll be equally fun for me. So thank you for my 17 subs. I don't know what I'm doing right, but I'm glad I'm doing something right. So I will do some of these public, and then there will be other times that I'll do sub only videos, because I'm still a little leery about trolls invading my space and cutting me down, and you know, just being negative and hurting me and lashing out at me because they're having a crappy day. You know, that's not what I'm here for. I'm not here to be somebody's punching bag or somebody to ridicule or knock down or, you know, cut down or put down or anything like that. I'm here to help. And I'm also, you know, it kind of gives me a little bit of a creative outlet, but, you know, I have such little room, you know, I don't like have my own studio or anything, as nice as that would be, to where I, you know, and I don't have a cameraman. I have to use my laptop, you know. But it was a good time. You know, I hope we can make it to the one in November at least. And I told Maria, I said, what I would really like to do is I would like for us to be able to get a hotel there in Cincinnati and be able to stay for both days, just for the fun of it, you know, and have money to spend both days, which would mean, if you think about it, you would have to have even more self-restraint, which would be a good thing, to spend less the first day so that you would have some left over for the next day. That's a savings too, because then you're not blowing through all your money the same day. When I get my next check, I'm gonna go ahead and pay the 41 that I owe on Merrick, so I'm at least straight with them. And then hopefully I'll be able to like put 50 more towards it or something, you know, on the 4th. But that means I got to limit my spending. So the end of October check will be the check, if I'm going to be able to do it at all, that I would have to do the put back for the Yulee in Cincinnati. So anytime you hear me talk about the Yulee, I'm talking about the Mind, Body, and Spirit. But to me, it'll always be the Universal Light Expo, because that's what it was when I first started going. And, you know, the fact that it's only 13 minutes away, that's wonderful, really. And the route they took, that we took GPS, it was real simple, easy, just a couple of streets, boom, 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 and you're there. And I was like, what? Cool. It was only $7 for parking, so that wasn't a big deal. And then he said, just follow the signs, and it took us right around to the Kasich building. We parked and bam, walked in the door, you know. They had this whole comfy living room set up, like a couple of different couches and chairs, and they had a fake fireplace, and they had fake furniture. It was really nice. Out in the lobby where the sign-in area was, and also where the Lost and Found is, because Maria lost her phone. So her and Chris had to go out and get her another phone today. So that's what he was doing earlier. He was trying to get that taken care of and get it activated for her, so she's got a phone again. Sadly, it's looking like somebody walked off with it, because they haven't called me yet saying that it was turned back in. So it might be gone. And it's Maria's own fault because she was carrying it in her back pocket, which she shouldn't have done. She should have stuck it in her purse and she should have kept it there. Her back pockets and her jeans were way too shallow. And we was at this one booth and she was getting one of her belly belt things put on. I think that's when it flipped out of her pocket and then somebody snatched it before she, we could even see where it had hit the ground. And I thought that was pretty rude. So whoever took it, I hope it just won't even work for them or gets stolen from them or gets run over by a car or, gets dumped in water and ruins, so they can't use it because, but sadly it's her own fault. But at the same time, it's not because her handicap with her mental disability, she don't think that maybe it's not a good idea to put it in your back pocket. That's why I've got this. I hook my phone to my neck. I don't like it because it's tight. She's not on. It's just me. But I figure she can watch it later, because I didn't want to, because it's getting so late up there. I don't want her to feel pressured to watch. So I'll just text her or something in a little bit and let her know it's on here. So, I'm glad at least we got to go one of the 2 days, and we got to go to the one that we went to the last time we went to the one here in Columbus. And it was in the month of September and it was a couple years ago. And I think it was, I want to say, what the heck year was it that we went to the one in Cincinnati? I had the paper around here somewhere. But I believe it was in the month of April, and it was really cold. I remember it was really cold because I remember at one point, because of all the walking around and stuff that me and Maria were doing, because that's the one thing, you will do a lot of walking. So make sure you wear comfortable footwear, guys. Comfortable footwear. You do have the option to take your own food, but I will let you also know the one in Cincinnati in November this year has the best variety of food. Because the main floor, the first floor that you get out on, I believe you have to take the elevator up to that first floor. And the food area is right there as soon as you get off the elevator. So as soon as you get off the elevator, if you want to eat, before you start walking around, you can do that. Or if nothing else, you can at least glance and see what all is there to eat. Decide what maybe looks good and you want. Go look around a bit. Take a break. Go sit down. Get your favorite yummy. Eat it up, enjoy, sit, rest, and then go look around some more. And sometimes you do get lucky and you get blessed with a little gift. I'll show you what mine was. Hang on a minute, I got to get it out. And then I got to decide if the safest way to wear it is going to be in a crystal cage where I won't be able to see it very well, but at least I'll know it's there and I'll know it's safe and secure. Or wear it as an earring or wear it exactly as it is, but put it on the next choker that I wear when I cut this one off. It's cute. It's small, but it was unexpected. This one particular booth that we went to. Because I don't think we really bought much from there. I bought my Egyptian goddess oil. I've got that right here. Me and Maria both got, it's called Egyptian goddess. You can't see it, but see, it says Egyptian goddess. It's roll on. It smells really good. You don't have to put a whole lot on even. And it's oil, so when you live with an asthma sufferer and COPD like Chris, it's not the aerosol type, so it doesn't bother him as much. But I still try to do it in moderation because I don't want to overwhelm him and make him go into an asthma attack because I'm, wearing an aerosol. And what is this? What is in here? Oh, right. Come here. Was going to go to my mom's today. That didn't happen because of all the additional traveling Chris had to end up doing to get everything done, to get Maria from work, get her to the store, get her meds, get her phone, for her and stuff.
You'd be able to go over tomorrow, because we don't, the only thing we were really gonna do tomorrow was pick up our meds, but since I had to go to Target anyway, so we hadn't picked them up today.
Tomorrow's your self shot, right? Okay, yeah. This is what I got. I don't know what kind of crystal it is, but it's got some pretty colors. One of the other people that had a booth, it was a husband and wife team from yesterday, and they said, the guy, he said, come back when you guys are getting ready to leave, and I'll have something for you. And I thought, okay. So we went back, and he let us both pick a crystal off like this out of the dish. Just gave it to us. I'm like, oh, thank you. That was very sweet. So I have no idea what it is, but it's pretty. It's got pretty colors.
Shoot myself tomorrow.
It's got pretty colors in it. I tried to get something kind of earthy looking, and I like it. What?
Take it in the kitchen for a minute. I want it in sunlight.
But I thought that was really nice, that husband and wife just let us pick something from one of their dishes. I was like, oh, thank you guys. That's sweet. See, when you go to enough of these things, as long as you got a good demeanor about you, a good heart, you're very
Not
friendly.
Sure
It's just so pretty, I went with the one that picked me. Probably some kind of an agate, but it's got such pretty colors. It's got like a peach and a kind of a smoky, like a dark, like brown or maybe a green. And then it's got red in the tip of it, and it's got some white throughout it. It's so pretty, whatever it is. Maybe I'll look through my crystal thing one of these times and see if I can find something close to it. But anyway, it was the same crystal, same type of crystal. And he had them in these little dish, and he said, pick one. And I was like, really? He's like, yeah, pick one. Oh, okay. So I went through a few of them, and this is the one that it stood out. So that's the one I'm going to pick every time. And then Maria picked hers. And this one I wish you guys could see because it's really pretty. It's green and white, and it's shimmery. It's called Seraphonite. And it's a really powerful, you can connect strongly with celestial beings and stuff like that. But because this thing is so small, I'm trying to figure out the safest way to wear it. That's why I'm a little leery about, do I really want to use it? Do I really want to wear it as an earring and run the risk of losing it? Or do I want to wait and save it for the next time I put my new choker on and then wear it with these guys, Because I've already got so much on right now too. But anyway, I thought that was really sweet, for them to do that and offer that. And it just goes to show that, they can tell that, when you're good people. And I can't promise you that it will happen, but sometimes it does. And it's nice when it does, but don't go in expecting it to happen, because if you go in expecting it to happen, then it's like your intent is not pure. When it's unexpected and you're not, of that mentality, then that's when you get the unexpected blessing of, hey, pick one. It's like, really? Yeah, okay. So, but I liked it. I liked the coloring. I liked it. Seemed like it was the one that stood out to me. So that's the one I decided to use. Yeah, because I don't know if I have many of the small wire cages left, because I don't want to put this in a big wire cage because it's going to look just funny, This is also something I could wear it like as a necklace. I could put links on here and I could wear it as a necklace or as an earring. Either way. But I would have to get my ears re-pierced a couple more times because I only have the 2 holes down here that I use now. And I used to have 4 on each side. But as much as it was kind of fun to be able to wear 4 pair at a time, it became too monotonous and too much of a pain in the butt to take them all out when I would go to bed at night, because if I wore any of them, they would poke my neck and I wouldn't be able to sleep. So I'm like, okay, no more of that, So yeah, that's probably what I'll do. I'll go ahead and leave it out and put some links on it, make it into an earring. And then when I'm not wearing it as an earring, I'll wear it on a chain or something. Chris is fixing dinner, but I don't know how long it's going to be. So that's why I was munching on some almonds earlier. And just to reiterate and let people know, and also beg your forgiveness if some of you have asked and I haven't seen those comments, I do and will gladly do a reading for someone. If you want it to be a private reading to where it's just strictly for you, then you got to go to my janetfeinstein@yahoo.com, leave your name, say YouTube, tarot reading. I would like a private reading. And then you would have to type in your question. Tell me how do you want me to use a 1 card daily? Do you want me to use the 3 card, past, present, future? Do you want me to do a 10 card Celtic cross? One of those. And then, it's going to be, if I do a 1 card daily, let's see, let me think a minute here. I would say $20, whatever, which one you choose. Because I got to make it worth my while right now because I'm trying to build up my money in my PayPal so that I can start building up my supplies and maybe like getting some other camera equipment together, maybe getting me some tables, try to find a place that I can maybe do my live streams to where I can set the camera up and have it filming me. And then like sometimes have my Hoft. Yeah, right. My hobby craft session, doing my resin pieces sometimes, doing other creative art stuff, maybe doing my diamond painting some of the time, but, trying to look up every so often, to talk to people and still make eye contact. So, people don't feel like they're unimportant to me, I'm looking up and I'm still acknowledging they're there. And then it's like, just let me get this color across and, and then I'll look up, make sure I'm not missing any comments or whatever. But let me know and I'll set up let me know a date and a time you're available. Let me know what time zone you're in so I can calculate it with mine. Because if it's like midnight, my time, then I can't promise I'm going to be available because I usually go to bed around 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, just to let everybody know. So, it's going to have to be sometime before that. I would prefer between 3 and 6 my time, whatever that would make somebody else's time. So think it over, write it down, figure out a day and a time that would be good for you and whether or not you want it private and stuff like that. Get that to me in my email, janetfeinstein@yahoo.com, like I said, which is also tied to my PayPal. So you can pay me the money. Once I see that the money's in there, I'll do the reading. Or if say it's a $20, it's going to be a $20 reading anyway. If you can at least put $10 there, then I'll know, okay, this person's serious, but I will, be expecting that other 10 the moment that we hook up that day and you come online and start writing your communicating with me through typing. And then I answer verbally, of course, how it goes with chat. And then whatever you want me to do with the video afterwards, if you want me to delete it, I will delete it. Nobody will ever see it, including me. So that's totally up to you. I feel like if it's going to be private, then I might as well do it the right way, right? Would I like to keep a few of my sessions? Sure. So that I can reflect back on, see, I did that one really well. Okay, yeah, that one I could have done a little better. That one I did good, But I'm open. I can't promise that I'm always going to see eye to eye with you, but give me a chance, give me some ideas, how you want to do things, and I will do my best. I am also always looking for actually a paranormal job where I could, like I said, for now, I really don't have the resources or money yet to do the traveling to actually physically go out to a place. But if you can give me an address, give me a description of the house, what city and state it's in, something of that nature, I will write that down. You can do it in my email. I'll write it down and I'll do something magically, a spell, a ritual, a meditation or something of that nature and see if I can make a connection to the place that way remotely without leaving my home and just tell you what I feel, tell you what I pick up on. I could even do maybe a tarot reading on it. I mean, I'm willing to try, many different, I could do I Ching. I haven't done I Ching in a long time. I don't even know where my I Ching coins are. So I Ching, not right now, but let's just stick with tarot cards. I have angel deck. I have an angel deck. I have a green oracle. I have affirmations. I have a dragon deck, just to name off a handful. I have an animal medicine deck. If you want a reading, you want me to make a list of all the decks I have, it's going to take a while because I have a cat litter box that's about yay tall, and it's literally full of tarot card decks that I have. And I need to find another box because now I have more and I can't fit any more in that box because it's already full to the hilt. So I will try to, bit by bit, get other decks on here, the name of them, so that people know. And then if you feel pulled to use a certain deck, let me know. And then that's the deck that we'll use. Okay. And like I said, I will, if you want the video deleted afterwards, let me know and I will delete it. Nobody will ever see it. So I may keep a copy, but it will just strictly be, nobody will ever view it. It'll just be for, like I said, to be able to reflect on and go back and go say, see, I did good with that one. I did well for that person. I was accurate. I did the reading and they're like, yep, that's pretty much what we was picking up on. You got to start somewhere. And right now traveling is just, it's not an option for me because I don't have the money to put the gas in the car. And the gas is not the gas, but the car's been making some. Did you hear that weird grinding noise it's been doing?
Yeah.
Is that steering or what? Or do we know what it is?
Yes.
Does it need steering wheel fluid or something?
No.
Oh, please don't tell me it's the transmission.
No.
Our car's been making this weird grinding noise, and I'm like, what the fudge? Trying to figure out what it is and what we need to do to fix it. Anyway, so I would like to do some private readings, for people and, get a little bit of my money put on my PayPal so that I can then transfer it to my Capital One so I can get my credit cards paid down. Because once I get my credit cards completely paid off and then my levels start rising again and my credit score starts going back up again, then I'll have more to work with. I'll have money to travel, and then I will do a live and I will let people know that, okay, this is the area. This is how far I'm willing to go, but I will not come alone. I will have a group of people with me because it's a safety thing. No offense to anybody. I'm not making judgments. I'm not assuming you're going to be one way or another. I'm just covering my butt. I'm keeping myself safe because I don't know what I'm walking into. You know what I'm saying? Like this house that we go to investigate, the spirit could be very dangerous. It could be even more than you thought. You could be like, well, I don't know. I just got a bad feeling when I went by there. Could you check it out? Or I know somebody that's thinking about buying this house, and could you check it out and see if it's safe? That's it. If as long as it's in the paranormal field, then yes, I can do that. Astrologically right now, if you give me your astrology information, your birth date, time of birth, as much as you can, as much detail, I can't promise you a birth chart or anything, but I can look up in the only book that I have right now. I have a couple of birthday books and I can tell you, or write down what it says, but then you'll have to give me an address to mail it to. Like a P.O. box or something if you've got it, because I believe in safety should go both ways. So I want my clients to feel equally comfortable that, they know that I'm genuine. I'm not out to hurt them. I'm not trying to steal anyone's identity or any crap like that. I'm not that person. I don't do that shit. I know a lot of that is out there. But I want to use these skills because I haven't really, not to make money, not for a big part of the reason why I took the course in the first place. It wasn't just for the knowledge and for the skills and the abilities and the experience, but I want to use it to get out there in the world too, to be able to travel a little bit within reason, okay, because it's something I'm also going to have to discuss with my husband too, to see what do you think is a safe range that I can tell people that I'm willing to travel to investigate a place or something like that, But for now, it's just whatever reading you want, just $20 or $20 because things get so crazy busy around here. I haven't been able to get caught up in a lot of stuff. And I've been meaning to start getting some preliminaries together as far as like a baseline for starting my own coven. But I don't know if it's going to have to be something done online, if it's going to have to be something that we're going to have to do through YouTube somehow. I don't know. I have one book that tells how to start a coven. It gives you some base things to start with, gives you some ideas. And from there, you can get inspired. This sounds good. Or, you got to open the channels. You got to open yourself up and say, okay, what do you think this coven would be good? What do you think people might want or need right now that a lot of people would most benefit from? Things of that nature. And we're going to be eating here probably in a little bit. So when that happens, then I will go ahead and close this live out. So happy holidays, everybody. Happy birthdays, anniversaries, anything like that that's going on. Any happy things that's happened. Yay, I'm happy for you. I'm okay. At least, some happy's kind of peeking through here and there and, happening every now and again. I'm going to go over and see Mom tomorrow because I wasn't able to make it today. And this is what it's like when you're a Phoenix, okay? It's nuts. Sometimes it's just nuts. Very rarely do you get a day to yourself. That's why I've been pushing so hard to get these credit cards paid down too, so I can, have a weekend to myself at Ravenwood Castle, which I think I've earned. And then sometime next week, it's looking like it's probably going to have to be Wednesday, and Carl's just going to have to deal. I'm going to have to go back up to Mount Gilead to help Carl because we still haven't got the rest of that stuff unloaded and stuff. And if I want my other $25, I have to go. And Maria said she'd go with me, so that's great. The extra hands are definitely needed. I'll make sure I have my over-the-counter pain pills that we both can take, and they're fine. They're just the generic Tylenol stuff. She takes 2, I take 2, make sure we got food in our stomach, try to eat before we go, so that way we don't have to, we don't get hungry too quickly up there. We can hopefully get the shit done right away and, be able to take some time to rest, relax, visit a little bit, and then be on the road by 7 to come home. Is that toast? Yep, looks like it. It's just me knocking the rest of the ash out of my tobacco pipe. So, I already did my affirmation for today, so I'll just go ahead and repeat that because nobody's on right now. My affirmation today was beauty. I'm beautiful even when I don't think it. I'm beautiful even when I don't see it. I'm beautiful no matter how many people don't say it. I'm beautiful and I don't even care if you know it. I'm beautiful, which is why I don't have to try so hard all the time to show it. And my green oracle was wind. Air, 1,000 leaves and butterflies in the wind. For the ancients, there were 4 elements in the world: air, water, fire, and earth. Different cultures used different elements. In ancient China, for instance, wood and metal were elements. Anyway, it's more than history. Air may be invisible, but it's what we breathe. Pure air carries the smell of everything across long distances. And when you breathe and fill up your lungs, it feels like all senses explode. Breathing is like reaching out to everything. Divinational meaning: breath, slowly, deeply, breath, speed, movement, change, ideas, dance. Things unseen can be very important and should not be discounted. Bad things such as pollution always return to you. So I think that's very fitting considering we're already in global warming, and yeah, not a good thing. How much more time before dinner's done?
10 minutes.
Okay, I got about 10 more minutes. That should be just enough to read. Okay, I already did these, so don't need to do those again. Okay, these three. Spell for the day is September 10th. September 10th. Running with the pack. If you are at a farm or ranch where there is a pack of friendly dogs, cement your friendship with them by greeting them daily and perhaps feeding them. At a full moon, dress yourself in rugged clothing with some fur, false or real, and go out into the moonlight to find your friends. Go for a walk with them or find a place where you and your pack of friends feel comfortable. If they begin to howl at the moon, then you should do so also. Or you might want to start the pack howl yourself, since canines usually love the music and the magic of such an experience. That's cool. I like that. Goddess of the day. Dividing the cheese, Switzerland. Matrona. Themes: harvest, providence, health, abundance, autumn, love. Symbols: Swiss cheese and water. About Matrona. This Teutonic mother goddess is the great provider of both food and refreshment, especially fresh water. A benevolent figure, she personifies the earth's abundance during the fall and offers to share of that wealth freely. Judging from artistic depictions of Matrona in the company of a dog or carrying palm fronds, she may have also had a connection with the healing arts. To do today, people in the Swiss Alps gather today to enjoy the fruits of their labors, specifically cheese that has been stored in cellars since grazing season in the summer. In many ways, this is a harvest rite, rejoicing in Matrona's ongoing providence. Consider enjoying a Swiss fondue today, complete with sliced harvest vegetables and breads from Matrona's storehouse. The melted cheese inspires warm, harmonious love. Matrona makes that love healthy and abundant. For physical well-being and self-love, simply add some sautéed garlic to this blend, or add other herbs known to combat any sickness with which you're currently coping. Other ways to enjoy this goddess and invite her into your day: have an omelet with cheese and harvest vegetables for breakfast, or grilled cheese and ice water at lunch. If you own a dog, share a bit of your healthful meal with it. That's pretty cool. I like that. So, hail Matrona. Blessed be your ladyship. I honor you on this day, your day. Don't think I'm going to have time to read right now. So the next time I'm back on again, I'll try to read this first. This is the spirit keeping, and he said it's about 10 minutes, so it's probably
5 minutes now.
about 5 minutes. So I don't want to take the chance that I start reading a section of this and then, we run out of time. So I'm going to go for now. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for being subs on my channel. I will try to keep it interesting Blessed be all. Have a good day, and see you next live. Stay wild, Moonchild.